In this lesson, we'll learn about the swara, or in English we call it note. Okay. So first we'll learn about the Indian swara or Indian music notes, and then also we'll talk a little bit about the Western music notes, because this instrument, the Hawaiian guitar, is originally a Western instrument. So we'll have to know a little bit about the Western music. So first let's start with the Indian notes or swaras. Okay. Now what is a swara? A swara is a particular frequency that we use in music to compose melodies or play melodies. Okay. We have 12 swaras in Indian music. These are the main 12 notes or 12 swaras. These 12 swaras are divided into 3 categories. Okay. So the first one, or the main category that we can call it, is the Shuddha swaras or Shuddha swara category. Okay. So there are 7 Shuddha swaras: Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. So these are the 7 fundamental swaras or Shuddha swaras. And if you see here that the way I have written these notes or the swaras, I have written the Sa, and then there is a gap, and then I have written the Shuddha Re, or we can call it a Re also, simply Re. Now in between this Sa and Re, let's say this is Sa. We are going from point A to point B. So this is Sa and the point B is Re. Now there will be a gap. Now in between Sa and Re, we have another note or another swara, which is the Komal Re. Okay, so Sa and this is Re, Shuddha Re. In between Sa and Re, we have Komal Re. So that's why here you can see Sa, and in between Sa and Re, we have Komal Re. So there are total 4 Komal swaras: Komal Re, Komal Ga, Komal Dha, and Komal Ni. In between Sa and Shuddha Re, we have Komal Re. In between Shuddha Re and Shuddha Ga, we have Komal Ga. In between Ga and Ma, there are no extra notes. So let's say this is A and this is B. So A is Ga, B is Ma. So they are like this, without any gaps. Kind of. I'm just simplifying it. There is a gap obviously, but there are no particular note in between them. So Ga and Ma don't have any notes in between them. In between Ma and Pa, we don't have a Komal swara, but there is another swara which is called a Tibra swara, and in this case it will be a Tibrama. You can see here in between Shuddhama and Pa, we have Tibrama. We call it a Tibrama. Okay, not Komal, Tibrama. And in between Pa and Shuddha, we have Komal Dha. In between Shuddha and Shuddhani, we have Komal Ni. So we have 7 Shuddha swaras, 4 Komal swaras, and 1 Tibra swara. Now let's go to the Western music notes. In Western music also we have 12 notes. These are also divided in different categories. So we have natural notes and we have sharp or flat notes. Now sharp and flat notes sound the same practically, but theoretically when we write music in Western music, then there is a difference, but practically they will sound the same. So the frequency of the sharp note and the flat note will be the same. Practically they will be the same. They will sound the same. So we have natural notes and we have sharp or flat notes. So we have 7 natural notes. They are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These are the 7 natural notes. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In Western music, we write them like this: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Here you can see between A and B, we have A sharp. This is the sign for sharp note, this one. And this is a sign for flat note. So we have A sharp or B flat. Both are the same notes. They have the same frequency, just have different names, but they are the same notes practically. So we have A sharp or B flat in between A and B. In between B and C, there are no additional note. So B and C is like Ga and Ma that we talked about. So without any notes in between them. So B and C, no note in between. Then we have C and D. We have C sharp and D flat in between them. Then in between D and E, we have D sharp or E flat. Then E and F don't have any note in between them. F and G will have F sharp or G flat. Then in music, the thing is, both in Indian music and Western music, there is no end. So it will continuously, it will keep on going, like keep going on and on. So when we reach G and we still go up, let's say we are starting from here, this point A, and we are going through all those notes and reach to the last note here, G, and we keep going on. Then after G there will be another A. Between that G and the A there will be G sharp or A flat. So we have 7 natural notes and 5 sharp or flat notes. Now there is a difference between these notes and the Indian notes. In Western music, these notes have a particular frequency. For example, let's say the A here has a frequency of 440 Hertz. Hertz is the unit of the frequency. So just it can be anything, just don't focus on that. So it has a particular frequency. So all these notes will have a particular frequency. But in Indian music, these notes are not fixed. Their frequencies are not fixed. You can think the Western music notes as empty boxes. Let's say we have 12 empty boxes, and those empty boxes are the Western music notes. Let's say the first box is called A, then we have A sharp, the next box, then we have B, and we can place our sa or the starting note. In Indian music, the starting note is the sa. Okay, we always start from the sa. That's our first note, sa. So we can place the sa in any of these boxes, which are the Western music notes. So the empty boxes are the Western music notes, and we can place our sa in any of those boxes. Now let's say we put the sa on the A. Now the concept is that you have to follow the order of the notes. So for example, if A is our sa, then the Shuddha Re, we have to leave one note gap because we have the next note is Komal Re. We have to go to the Shuddha Re. You can see here we have taken A as our sa. So this is our sa, this is our sa here. So let me just write it down here. Let's say this is sa, and we have to go to Shuddha Re. Now this A sharp will be our Komal Re. So it will be Komal Re, and the Shuddha Re will be this one, the B. Alright, so this will be the Shuddha Re. Now if we place the sa, let's say on a different note, for example, let's say I take C as my sa. So this is my sa in Indian music. Let's say this is my sa. The C I take as my sa. Now the Re will be here. The Shuddha Re will be here. Okay. So this will be my Shuddha Re, and this will be my Komal Re. So the gaps or the ratio remains the same between the notes. We are just changing the starting point. Okay, we are just changing the position of the sa, and according to the position of the sa, the position of the other notes will change, right? So this is the main difference between the Western music notes and the Indian music notes. Now the next topic that we are going to talk about is the octave, or in Indian music we call it Saptak. Now let's talk about the Saptak first. Saptak simply means 7 notes. Let's say we start from sa, and then we go through all those notes. It's like sa, re, ga, ma, or even the komal swaras. So if we go through all the 12 notes and we reach to the ni here. So as I told you before, in music there is no end. So after the ni there will be another sa. Okay, so we started from sa, and after the ni there will be another sa. This sa will sound brighter, or it has higher frequency than this sa here. So this is our one saptak. This is a saptak, and then from here, from this point, there will be another saptak. Okay, so this is the start of another saptak. So this sa here, it's the start of another saptak. So we have 3 main saptaks in Indian music. We have Madhya Saptak, or the middle Saptak. If we cross the ni of Madhya Saptak and go higher, then we reach to the Tar Saptak, which is the higher Saptak. So we have Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni, and then we reach to Sa, another Sa. That's the start of Tar Saptak. And then let's say we want to go lower than the Madhya Saptak Sa. If we go below the Madhya Saptak Sa, we get Ni. Okay, we get another ni. If you just see here, so this is the Tar Saptak Sa here, and before the Tar Saptak Sa there is one ni. It's the same thing, like before the Madhya Saptak there will be another ni here, which is not written obviously, but there will be another ni here. The ni is in Mandra Saptak or lower Saptak, so it's called a Mandra Saptak. So these are the three main Saptaks. Now on instrument, it's possible to go beyond the higher Saptak or the Tar Saptak, and also go beyond the Mandra Saptak, because the instrument has a vast or a large range. So that's why we can go beyond these three Saptaks. Similarly, in Western music, the concept is the same. We just call it octave. So you reach to the next similar note and it's the start of the new octave. So let's say we start from C here. So we go through all the 12 notes. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, and all those notes. And we reach to another C here. That's the start of a new octave.